With the way the season started, you kind of need something to grasp onto anyways.
Needed it.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Avid just showed a shark gif from Hodge.
Oh my God.
You got to be kidding me.
Wow. Live on the show. We got a shark gif.
Baby shark.
No, I can't. It's going to get stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Oh, Zowie. Let's fucking go.
Evan, hit the DM. Get us a scoop here. Our goal is to show the world PC basketball culture, and it really is such a special thing.
This doesn't happen. This is the 1%.
Friar.
I know, I messed up, man.
I think I got my swagger back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Divine Providence. This is episode 50. We are in the throes of the portal. We have a new intro. We have a new coach. Things are looking up in Friartown. We have a lot to talk about. It's going to be an exciting episode. So, stick with us. Might be a long one. We don't know. Mac, how you feeling? We got a commitment today in Friartown. Can't be doing that bad.
Yeah, Alexa, play Free Byrd. I was saying this before we got on, this is the most excited I've been to record an episode because, listen, that shark nickname, Bryan Hodgson's nickname, the shark, that is no joke. Absolutely no joke. Miles Byrd, the newest member of the Friars, absolute dog in the defensive end. And it's everything we've talked about. You're starting to feel like you're getting the old Friars back.
Honey, get the kids out of the water. There's a fucking shark in there. It's Bryan Hodgson, folks. That's why they call him the shark. The bird is the goddamn word. You want defense? He's bringing you defense, folks. This kid's a dog. What a day in Friartown. And shout out to Mac. What an intro. That fired me up. That's why I was clapping. I was excited.
Yeah. Excellent intro, new revamped intro, and then excellent edit today from Avid Mindsetter. We have him here as well. Avid, why don't you do a little quick check-in? Let the people know that you're alive.
What's up, guys?
What up?
Type shit.
Type.
The vibes are high. Also, get your Divine Providence shirts. We did just drop those. So if you like what we bring, go on divineprovpod.com, shop, get the shirts, deck out the new Divine Providence gear. Posted a link on Twitter. So,
two shirts. We got one black shirt. It's got the big Divine Providence logo on the front. And then our other offering is the Hodgson era t-shirts, the Hodgson era on the front and him on the back looking like a badass. So if him getting some transfers and recruits is what fires you up, why don't you support the guys and go get a couple shirts, divineprovpod.com. And thank you to our good friends, our partners over at Sully's, Colby Bradford, Chris Wren. Thank you so much. And we will cherish this partnership with Sully's.
We got to pay Avid somehow.
Yeah.
I
my new vocal stim, you can ask my girlfriend around the house, is saying Hodgson era shirts like Mike does. And I'll just be walking around and just say, get your Hodgson era shirts. He has the announcer voice. I think it might have been all the years of working at Nesson around, all those media personalities where he just can't turn off the announcer voice sometimes.
Well, it was also when I was at Bridgewater, at Taunton High in Bridgewater State. I wanted to be. That was when my play-by-play, goals were in my head, and I was like, I'm going to be a play-by-play guy. So like at Bridgewater State, I was putting on the announcer voice thinking that I was going to be the next Jim Nantz. Didn't happen. So yeah, but it's a joke now and it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, hey, man.
You can find those shirts at divineprovpod.com.
The Hodgson era shirts.
Happy Gilmore, come on down.
Yeah. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's start off with the big news that dropped today. Miles Byrd, I think he was a top 20 transfer in the portal there. Huge news for Bryan Hodgson, a massive get. What are your initial thoughts, Mac? I'll kick it over to you about this big signing.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the second this guy was in the portal, I was like, this guy is a Friar. He is Justin Minaya 2.0. And I know that's a hefty comparison, but, Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year. This guy is just clamps on the defensive end. Shot making isn't 100% there, but I'm sure Hodgson and his staff saw something where they're like, all right, well, we can fix this. This is totally fixable. We want what he comes with on the defensive end. Yeah, man, Justin Minaya 2.0. I had a tweet earlier today, dude. If maybe it's the fact that he's a light-skinned lefty who plays defense, but buckle up if you like Justin Minaya.
And buckle up if you like defense, because Kevin Farraher, shout out to Kevin, he brought us some pretty good stats here just to show what kind of defender this kid really is. This is the stat that stands out to me. Opponent shot just 26.4% when being guarded by Byrd. That's a crazy number. This guy is a pest. He is going to be in your face, agile. You can shuffle his feet, go to the rack with the big guy, play tough, hard-nosed defense. That's what this team has been lacking. And the defense last year it was brutal to watch. But hopefully, it's not just Byrd, and they bring more of these guys in. I think if this team is defensive-minded first, that's what can take this team to the next level, and they can get back to March. The scoring will come.
Yeah, agreed. And I think you mentioned the 26.5% opponent field goal percentage. That's ridiculous when you think about, obviously, typically you'll probably see a guard with a lower opponent field goal percentage because you're guarding guys who are taking shots further away from the hoop. Miles Byrd's 6'7". I think he can play basically the 2 through 4. So, yeah, he's 6'7". But this is a versatile defender. I'd imagine he's basically going to guard 1 through 4. He's an athletic freak. If you're listening to this, you probably saw the Avid edit. He's bringing the tomahawk slams. Like, he's electric. He's an athletic freak, and you hope he can just bring some versatility on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think, and when you have to build an entire roster, right? Like, you have to basically, besides Ryan Mila and now Miles Byrd, to start off with a guy that can play defense. Like, when you're in the portal, it's easy to get guys that can score. And we might be getting Juan West Innis. We don't know. I'm hearing maybe now some mixed things about that, so we'll see what happens. But it's very easy to get scoring. I mean, we saw that last year. The Friars just went to the supermarket last year and just got only scoring off the shelves. And it's super easy to do. But to get a guy that can play defense, play both sides of the ball, super important. Also, this kid, 4 years at San Diego State, incredibly loyal, has gotten developed into a very, very good player, but has played on some really, really good teams that went deep into March. I mean, freshman year, he didn't play much, but he was on a team that played in a national championship game. And then I think maybe a year later, they went to the Elite Eight, or 2 years later, they went to the Elite Eight, whatever. So, I mean, nothing but good things I've heard about this kid. And a lot of guys agree. I mean, top 15 consensus in the portal. So can't hate it.
From Stockton, California, this kid's tough, man. This kid is tough, hard-nosed. Providence is the perfect place for this kid. And some more of these numbers. Spot-up shooters, 22%. He limited opponents to 19% shooting off of screens. So I don't care what you're trying to do to disrupt this guy on the defensive end. It doesn't matter. These are impressive numbers looking at these right now. I knew he was a good defender, but looking at the stats that Kevin tweeted about, this is impressive stuff.
Yeah, going off of Kevin's tweet, it's literally 96th percentile in this, 92nd percentile in that. It is, like, you are talking about one of the premier defenders in the country. And like you said, kind of when you're building a roster, it's good that you want to, you're starting with defense. This is like your foundation right here. And by all accounts, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but obviously we got the news that Ryan Mila is returning as well. Mm-hmm. And by all accounts, he was probably our best rebounder the last 2 years as an underclassman. So, I mean, you're building your foundation with rebounding and defense. So, you hear the talks about blue-collar basketball. We're going to play tough, and it seems like we're getting, Hodgson and his staff are holding up to their end of the deal so far.
Definitely. Anyone can just preach, blue collar and toughness, but to see Hodgson implement that right off the bat with a guy that is clearly embodies that is incredibly awesome. And like you said, Mac, Mila and now Byrd, two incredibly good rebounding guards, so to speak. I mean, Byrd can be a guard, forward, whatever. But just now you just got to fill in kind of the rest around him. I mean, you're going to have to get some scoring. So I don't know where they're going to go from here, but it's going to be a fun portal. We got a lot of holes to fill. It's hole filling season.
Whole filling season. Okay.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. That sounds great. One thing I wanted to ask you guys about, though, when we're talking about the portal right now, Hodgson had a comment where he said he hasn't heard from an agent where a kid isn't asking, or the agent isn't asking for less than $1 million. This thing's getting crazy right now. It's the absolute Wild West, and it's really hard for someone like Bryan Hodgson to come in and start a whole new roster. What is that landscape? How hard is that going to be for Hodgson to build a roster when these agents are looking for that kind of money?
Well, so I have a question about that. Does that mean Ryan Mila asked for $1 million?
Who knows? Oswin just got $2 million from Creighton, right? Was that the number?
Yeah, I was closer to 3.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 3? 3 to block a couple shots? Okay.
3 to block a couple shots and pretend like you're setting a pick.
Fine. That's less money to team in our conference. Great. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know too many people that were upset about that for that price tag, but I'm an Oswin supporter, but for that price, I'm very, very okay with.
Right. Oswin seems like a great kid. I have nothing against Oswin. He was a pleasure to have here, but when I saw $2-3 million after kind of what we saw this year, and that could also be on Kim and not having, not developing the guys last year, but that's a big number.
Yeah. I think we all would have liked to see Oswin play out under a different coaching staff. But the big man market in general in the portal right now is ridiculous. 99% of us don't know 99% about the numbers that are going around. So it's a weird thing where it's like, you see pro sports and it's like, all right, well, so-and-so signed 5 years, $250 million. And it is public information. Whereas these universities really they have no obligation to, give out these numbers. But that million number, I just thought of this and I'm just trying to cope and interpret. And I'm obviously going to go to bat for our new coaching staff, but maybe they're just shooting for the stars. You know what I mean? Who's to say there's no one asking for less than $1 million because they're swinging for the fences. We've heard the Friars in on basically 4 of the top 10 transfers in the portal right now. The Providence has been linked to those names, and maybe they're just swinging for the fences, trying to build that base. And it's like, all right, we'll fill the holes as we go. But right now we're going, big game hunting.
Yeah.
Avid asked for $1 million as well.
Gonna have to sell a few more shirts.
Shit.
Credits. Should
we talk a little bit about the Bryan Hodgson press conference at Providence College on campus? What a day! We haven't met. We haven't done a show for a while. Partially on me. I'm sorry. Things have been crazy on the Section 10 side at baseball. At the start of baseball season has just been nuts. But I miss these guys, and I'm glad we're able to talk tonight. And the last time I saw you guys was the Hodgson presser.
Yeah.
What a turnout. What a turnout. Yeah. This place is the best. It's the best.
No, it was absolutely awesome. And you could tell just obviously what he said and the look on his face, just the shock, was absolutely great. Filling half of a gymnasium for a press conference is very impressive. And everyone should be very proud of themselves for everyone that went. Well, all 4 of us were in attendance. Mac got out of work, So just been absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome to have this guy here.
Yeah, so if we're gonna link, we're gonna connect the dots here. Mike, you obviously mentioned we haven't recorded in a while. You've been busy with the whole Section 10 thing. I did want to pay some homage. They say, what's the phrase? Mimicking is the most sincere form of flattery. Is that?
I know where you're going with this.
Something like that. So I took a page, no pun intended. I took a page out of the book of the great Jared Carabas. And I am introducing a notebook where I'm jotting down all my thoughts around the Friars, and 90% of it so far is centered around the press conference.
I love it. Let's hear it. What do you got?
So the very first bullet point in this notebook is Jet Hodgson deserves a statue. That's more just kind of fun stuff. But the biggest takeaway, I think, for me from the press conference was we got to talk to Knapp after the press conference, and he was just talking about Hodgson's presentation during the interview process. And he was just like, you could hear it in his voice how blown away he was with the presentation and the analytical approach that Hodgson and his staff take to, forming rosters, developing players. And, I think the words Knapp used were like, it's going to revolutionize the game of basketball because Hodgson's talked about it in media availability, just his analytic approach. It's very, very impressive kind of what I've learned so far about how they kind of approach these type of things.
Yeah. And I mean, Hodgson, I like how very transparent he is about the fact that money is a massive part of this game now. He is very open about saying hey, we have a certain amount of money to spend and we're going to spend it wisely. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like coaches are kind of afraid to talk about it. It's almost like taboo, but at the end of the day, we all know what this is. This is just all money now. So let's get someone in here that is honest about spending it properly.
And this is, we could have a little bit of a crossover conversation here between the Friars and the Red Sox, because it sounds like Hodgson and his staff use a lot of analytics. They want to eliminate human error as much as they possibly can. That's kind of the way the Red Sox have operated in recent years, and people haven't been thrilled with that. How do you guys feel about that when it comes to a college basketball team and in the NIL era?
Well, I mean, if the Friars, sign Caleb Durbin, then I'll be pretty upset. But at the end of the day, I think they're different. And also, we're talking about, the Red Sox. I like the Red Sox overall approach and idea. Spending money wisely makes sense. My problem is when you are worth $3 billion as a company, and you're afraid to maybe give some money to Pete Alonso because he'll be 39 or 40 by the time the contract ends. That's where it kind of rubs me the wrong way. Now, with this, I think that trying to spend donor money as effectively and strategically as possible is always going to be a good thing. And if anything, I'd like to try to get these guys on longer term deals, where I feel like with the Red Sox, obviously they're just so afraid of long-term commitment. So a little bit different, but yeah, I agree. I think analytics can only help here, whereas in baseball, sometimes you might get a little too analytical.
I agree.
I think analytics kind of get thrown around, the term analytics get thrown around a lot in this sport. In college basketball, you hear about the Ken Poms and the Bart Torviks and the, everything like that. And, during the Kim era, we heard a lot about it's a layup or a three. Those are the two most efficient shots in basketball. It's a layup or a three. I'm very impressed with what I've heard Coach Hodgson talk about so far, because it feels like they're taking analytics a step further. I think it was the media availability he had. Was it earlier this week or last week? I forget.
I think it was last week.
Talking about how his staff, he has someone who literally built out a website where you can populate a player's stats and a bunch of information, and it spits out basically hey, at this minute, even he takes the analytics as far as his substitutions, hey, this guy typically burns out after he's on the court for 8 minutes. So, at this media timeout, we're going to sub him out. And player development, he said that was a big reason on why, how they were able to retain Ryan Mila, because they put together this whole presentation for Mila and said, hey, when you're going to your right, you're shooting this percentage. Or you go to your left, you're shooting this percentage. And they have every minute detail on a player where you can break it down and just say, hey, we know more about your game basically than you do. This is how we're going to fix certain things, and this is what we want to, use your talents for. So it's just the way they, from what I've heard so far, is just, it's insane, and they're taking it just this whole analytics thing to the next level. And it's good to hear some transparency in their thought process behind the analytics.
Give me a Moneyball 2, starring.
Yes.
Starring, I don't know who would play Bryan Hodgson, but maybe we could get. I feel like
Brad Pitt can come back for another one.
Brad Pitt coming back to play Hodgie. I don't know, man. I think we could find someone good to play Hodgson and Moneyball 2. Maybe I feel like Knapp would have some really good, like there's got to be some great actors.
I know.
Like look like Knapp.
The question is, who would play? I think he's becoming a new fan favorite. Who would become associate head coach and general manager? T. Butters.
TB.
Like a Jake Gyllenhaal, maybe, like buzz cut Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at 24/7 sports now, PC is number 1 right now in the transfer portal rankings. So if with Mela Byrd and hopefully Wes Enos, I think the budget would sit around $7 million to play with. So, do with that what you may, but that's still a good amount of money to play with for the rest of the roster. And you already have somebody like Byrd, who's one of the premier defenders in the whole country on the roster now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think with Byrd being kind of like your big fish, it's similar to a Mania situation where it's like you're not. I don't think Hodgson's bringing in Miles Byrd to be the guy. Like you're not expected to be our leading scorer. You're not touching the ball every possession, but it's like more of, hey, hit your shots when you need to, but like you're there on the defensive end. So it's going to be interesting to see how he fills out the rest of the roster. Is he going to just prioritize defense and we're just going to be like, Virginia 2.0, like Tony Bennett, Virginia, or, are we going to, is there going to be like a clear alpha scorer that he brings in that can, play defense pretty sufficiently, and kind of what's the big to guard to wing ratio look like? Like, how's that going to play out? It's going to be interesting, but they definitely have some money to play with.
Yeah. And let me ask you guys this. If when all is said and done, if Miles Byrd is our most expensive and most valuable player, right? Doesn't necessarily mean he'll be our best player, but just in terms of value, right? Because when you factor in both sides of the ball, would you be happy with that?
I don't want to say no and make it seem like I'm being pessimistic or, like I don't have faith in the kid. But I think you do want some sort of alpha, or I would personally like to see a situation where it's like you really have like 4 or 5 guys, and it's like there's like, you look at the 2022 Friars team. I feel like it was a new guy, taking the reins every night. A lot of the best college basketball teams, 2024 UConn, it was 5 guys. You couldn't really pin it and be like they have a star player.
Yeah.
So who knows? But if we're looking up in November and it's like Miles Byrd is our best player, we're going to depend on him a lot. Yeah, I think I would be a little disappointed. But like I said, that's not to discredit him. It's just, I don't know, different strokes for different folks.
I'd like to think they're gonna lock down a sharpshooter on this roster.
Right.
You have to, because he was only averaging 10 points a game last season.
Yep.
Which is fine, but it's like you got this guy to be the defensive menace that he is. You got to go out and secure a guy that can just light it up from 3. To keep up with some of these other teams, you don't have to be the best shooting team in the country. Right. But you need to have somebody on the roster that is going to come and give you a few threes every night and can keep up with some of these other high-scoring teams.
Right, which is why I liked the idea of Enos, because although I still think that obviously Byrd is a better player, I think Enos is a better scorer, and that gives you, now you have your transfer portal stud in Byrd, who's super valuable, top 15 guy, and then Enos, who's like a top 50 guy, but he's definitely probably like a top 20 or 25 score. So like, I think that would be a good start, but I don't know if we're still headed in the right direction with Enos. I did hear that he did a Zoom with Kansas today. So don't know about that. Let me ask you guys a follow-up question to my original question. If Jameer Jones was our best player going in, right, instead of Miles Byrd, would you be happy or would you be upset with that?
I'm not going to be mad about it, but I know that he's not the shooter that I was just talking about.
Yeah.
I do think he's going to make incredible strides from year 1 to year 2. He was already unbelievable, and he lit that building on fire more than anybody did last year.
Mhm.
And he can go to the basket. He can dunk on anybody. He's going to get better over time, but I don't see him making a huge jump shooting the basketball from year 1 to year 2. That's my only concern.
Mhm.
But if you got a guy who's just a sharpshooter and that's just all he does, and then Jones was your best player, I would love that too. I would love to have him back on this.
Yeah,
roster.
you can kind of just rely less on Jameer to shoot. But again, Mac, to you, no Byrd, but Jameer instead, highest paid player, best player on the team. How do you feel about that?
So if you asked me yesterday, first of all, I want to preface, I would have thought, yeah, Jameer's probably coming back. At this point in time, things change so fast in the portal. I think there's a 95% chance Jameer is not a Friar next year.
Mhm.
But saying that, I don't want to cope and just be like, oh, yeah, whatever, take a hike, Jameer. I would commit heinous acts for Jameer Jones to be a Friar next year. I would do
Well, that wasn't my
I would do
we all-
unspeakable things.
But that's not the question, though.
Like-
we all want Jameer back, and we all would be happy to have him back. But I want to know, because here's why. All right, this is the root of my question. Because I see a lot of people nationally that have Miles Byrd significantly more valuable as a player than Jameer Jones. And I love Jameer Jones. But you ask people locally around here that same question, and I feel that a lot of people around here, PC fans, would say, no, I'd be incredibly happy if Jameer was our best player, but not that happy if Miles Byrd was our best player. But I bet if you ask people nationally that follow college basketball on a national scale, I guarantee that question would be flipped. So I'm just trying to figure out, I know we all love Jameer Jones, and I don't have anything negative to say about Jameer, but I don't think that passing up or letting Jameer walk for whatever he wanted, I don't know, $2 to $3 million, if that's true, could be totally incorrect. But I don't think letting him walk for that is a bad thing, personally, especially if you go out and get a guy like Miles Byrd.
Go ahead, Max. Sorry.
I was gonna say, when you frame it like that, now I'm thinking, I mean, like if you're asking, nationally, if you're asking someone in, like, I don't know, Iowa, like I guess even like just looking at it, the portal rankings I think reflect that. I don't even know if Jameer's in the top 30. So, I mean, you definitely have a point there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to gauge. Avid, what about you? I mean, let me ask you.
I would rather have Byrd than Jameer. I think I think Byrd just fits this culture better, in this town better. Defensively, I think Byrd has proven it more. Like we said, championship games, Final Fours, 2-time All Conference, 2-time All Defensive Team, Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's just proven it more. And I think if we want to get to the next level, that he's a guy that helps us get there quicker than Jameer. So,
okay,
that's
I agree with Avid there. And again, this isn't to say that I didn't want Jones or don't think that he could be a leader, but I think, with this kid playing a national championship game, he's been around the block for a while. This is the kind of leader you need in the locker room. You need a guy like this. This could change things significantly, and you bring in younger guys, and somebody like Byrd can take them under his wing. This is very, very valuable, not just as a defender, but in the locker room. What happened?
You said Byrd under his wing. I thought we would have, there would be
fuck, dude, that would have been awesome. I should have just played that out.
But yeah, no, I perfectly said. You're paying for not just the guy you get on the court, but the guy you get off the court, and the guy that is going to be sure-handed and you can trust. We all saw how it went when you go out and get a Vox and an Edwards, guys like that, right? I don't think either of those guys will be looked at that fondly when you're 10 years, 15, 20 years down the road. And it's probably not just because they were on a bad team. It's because sometimes watching them is frustrating because they don't do those little things, especially on defense. But this is like the anti-version of that. So
I think we learned a lot last year. I think we learned a lot. It was such a bad year. It was so bad, but you learn what players work here, what players gel together. It seemed like there was a lot of beef in house with that team. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed like there was stuff going on. It didn't seem like everybody was happy go lucky.
I think a lot of that had to do with the culture that was put in place, and it's one of those intangible things that you can't really put your finger on until you kind of see it play out. And that's just another reason why I think it's good to get Hodgson and staff in here and kind of bring back that, hey, know your role and play it well mentality. You're playing for the name on the front, not the name on the back. It was a lot of me ball last year, a lot of hero ball, a lot of guys trying to get their points. And I think that kind of led to, just egos getting in the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's correct. I mean, I think we could see it on the court. I mean, you couldn't have Vox and Edwards play together. Not to talk about last year's team. Who gives a fuck about that team? But at the end of the day, that's all we really got to compare. Especially in the portal era, we're in year 3 of what we would all consider just the portal Wild West, and so far we're 0 for 2. So
something's got to give, right?
That's what they say.
Something. It's just people care too much. I know that the basketball gods don't care about that, but I don't know. Something's got to give for this freaking fan base. We need some winning, man. I'm really looking forward to next year. I really am. Renewed my season tickets. I'll have those forever. Can't wait to get back there. I think he's going to build a special roster here, man. I'm feeling he's come out of the gates red hot with this Byrd pickup, man. This is big time.
Yeah, I mean, and also real quick, Mac, just to add to what Mike said, we've been linked or listed with pretty much every top 15 guy. I mean, for the most part, some of them, whatever. But when you go in or you get that screenshot or you click the tipped in link or whatever, and you're reading it, and we're always kind of mentioned. So the money is legit. It's not a fabrication.
Yeah, I mean, going through this, just the top 10 names we've been linked to, I don't know how serious or in what capacity. I know Hodgson said, don't believe everything you see. Names that I've seen us linked to, just in the top 10. Flory Badunga, Rob Wright, David Punch, Miles Byrd, Aiden Sherrill. So that's 5 guys right there. That's half the top 10. It feels like they're going big game hunting. I think we're due for another one soon. Not sure when that's going to be. But it's an exciting time, and it's going to be a lot of homework for us because we're going to have to be, learning these guys left and right real quick, figuring out, we're going to land some guys that aren't, we've never even heard of.
Right.
And it's, you know what I mean? So it's part of this era, but it's also a basically complete roster overall the next couple weeks.
The Byrd follows Aiden Sherrill on IG too. Take that for what it is. And he was a Bama guy. That's a Hodgson connection.
Now, why is that?
Hey man, I mean, I feel great about the direction. I'd like Sherrill, but at the end of the day, I really trust the coaching staff, and it's not to say that I didn't trust Kim with this either. I mean, even after completely whiffing his first year, with the transfer portal, year 2, I still had a lot of faith in him, and I was still wicked excited when we got, Edwards and Powell and whatnot. Just didn't work out. So, Avid, I know you got some stats up there on your spreadsheet, which you've been working very hard on. Who is a guy that maybe you like,
Right now, probably, I mean, we talked about Wes Enos. I don't know what's going on with that with Kansas, but a really great backup I would put is Corey Cotton. Another really big guard. He's 6'6". He's been at 3 kind of low majors though. But all Southland defense. He made the all tournament team there. He's a really good 3-point shooter. Really good, kind of exaggeration. 40% on about 4 attempts. I think he would be a great get. Maybe off the bench, maybe starter, whatever the case may be, if Enos doesn't come or
Okay.
whatever it is.
Now,
Shout out Corey Cotton, big guard from UTRGV. Do you guys know who the associate head coach of UTRGV is?
yeah,
Isn't it the Nichols coach?
Brock Erickson, multiple time CCC champ, former Nichols head coach, took Nichols to the Elite Eight in 2022, 23, one of those years. But yeah, the Nichols roots run deep over there at UTRGV.
Hell yes. Also, one other guy that Avid did have on this list, JP Estrella. He just committed to Michigan, so we can cross him off the list.
Yeah, we'll get him out. Now, there's been a little smoke around some Avid scoops, okay? Now, I hear Avid has been putting in a double shift at the ice cream parlor, a.k.a. the scoop shop, and he's been on it. So, listen, hate all you want, all right? I'm not saying that Avid is connected on a national level, but he might know one or two guys that might be connected. We don't know. So, Avid, let me ask you, have you heard anything else positive?
So I mean, it's kind of known, but Vanterpool did a Zoom yesterday. That's kind of known though. But
we're not. Yeah, no. I'm not talking about stuff that everybody knows. I'm talking about an Avid scoop. I'm talking about.
Give me the shit. Give me the shit. No paywall can get you.
Yeah, I want
for context. For context, Avid was right about, obviously today's commitment, Miles Byrd.
Yeah, he had that.
Avid was right about Bryce Hopkins leaving. Avid was right about there. I think you have a tweet with proof. Jabri's injury after the St. John's game last year. Before that came out, so we got some Avid scoops that are brewing. So give me something that no paywall can get us.
Bryce Lindsey.
Okay, all right. We got a
Okay. Tell me more.
Bryce Lindsey, man. Stay sleeping on Avid, bro. If you guys want to keep hating, man, it's
All right.
It's all right. But Bryce Lindsey, bro, buy the jersey.
Clip it.
Planting the flag.
Okay.
Hey, that's why people are tuning in. I mean, you did have an unbelievable scoop on Miles Byrd. I mean, word to on everything. He texted at 3 p.m. He said Miles Byrd done, announcement coming soon. I thought he was kidding. I thought he was just trolling. I thought he was just being nasty and terrible like he usually is. But turns out we get a Trilly gift 7 hours. I think it was like 10 p.m. when we got a Trilly gift. And I was like, this guy was right. I mean, you just can't make that kind of stuff up. I mean, he just dropped a bomb out of nowhere. So,
and he had the video ready to go, an absolute fucking heater of a video for Byrd, ready to rip.
Thank you, Mike. Thank
In
you.
his bag right now. I do fear, petrified to admit.
I fear we are on the precipice.
I fear for the haters.
I fear we're on the precipice of hashtag Summer of Avid.
Yeah.
Blue is lucky they were closed last weekend.
Oh,
When are they opening up? I want to rip EG with you guys.
Hey, they were supposed to open last weekend, bro. We pull up, they're closed.
So I think our original opening date was whatever last Saturday was. I don't know. I'm losing track of days at this point.
Too cold.
Or last weekend, whatever the day was. I think it was a Friday. I get to my buddy's house. He lives in Johnston, and he's like, "Yeah, they canceled the their opening night." He's like, "They're pushing it back. I think it's the 24th of April is the first night." Yeah. I just want some good weather, man. I want some good weekend weather.
How good is Blue if it's not nice out though? Because
That's
you're probably
concern.
Freezing on the water over there.
Complete dog shit.
My concern.
Complete dog shit if it's cold. Complete dog shit.
Yeah.
But
How's Sport and Leisure over there? I saw a couple pictures from there. I kind of want to check that out. They had some cool Big East memorabilia in there.
The Big East memorabilia is dope over there. It's cool. It's a night and day from the Sport and Leisure in Providence, which is a good thing,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I've only
wasn't
been
a
to the
fan.
East one once, but it was okay. And then there's, I mean, there, that East Greenwich has really grown. Going out in East Greenwich was, I mean, something like my sister, who's 5 years older, never did, and then like I did, but now it's like the place. But it was like kind of growing when I was like young, like Avid's age. I think Avid's like 17. So, but now it's like the place to go out, especially in the summer. I mean, blue in the summer is fantastic. Might even, see a little Bryan Hodgson action out there, and maybe the Real Housewives of Rhode Island are doing a little film job. Who knows?
Wow.
You never know who you're going to
Yeah.
see.
Get me to God's country, and it's literally just East Greenwich, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
We actually went out and had a lovely meal in Johnson, Rhode Island after the presser the other day, all four of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What was the name of that place? Your girlfriend works there. It was a very nice place.
Yeah. Trattoria Romana. Great spot.
Trattoria Romana.
She's on the bar, so definitely go in, have a drink, Good spot for sure.
Very
Lovely,
good.
lovely place. Yeah.
We got there. Mike was just like, Mike said to Lev's girlfriend, he's like, "What's your fastball? Give me your fastball."
Yeah, just give me your best pitch right now. If you throw 99 on the black,
Oh, yeah.
what is that? And she's like, the chicken parm, dude.
Get me an out here.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. They brought it out, and then they bring out the fresh bread. I could have just ate the bread and been fine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they get the bread from the North End in Boston. It's it's a great establishment. I mean, I've had some unbelievable meals there, like some truly unbelievable meals. I got the short ribs. Short ribs just
it looked good. I kind of wish I got it.
you do because it is that short rib is so good, man. It's so good. It's just special. They don't have it all the time. It's so goddamn good. It'll put a smile on your
Oh,
face.
it looked good.
Oh, I got it after the Duncan Powell, Bryce Hopkins extravaganza. I forgot about the whole thing. I was just short rib. Come on, it's like the Men in Black, like the Men in Black thing.
Yeah, you figured everything.
Just gone. Yep. Didn't even know what happened.
Yeah.
Just smiling.
The whole country thinks we're a terrorist organization, but fuck, the short rib is good.
The short rib's so fucking good. The school is just burning down to the ground. Everyone hates us.
Mhm.
Good Morning America is having a piece. It's just
Yep.
yeah.
But the short rib.
I
But
got
the short rib.
that's all that matters is I got that short rib, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leb, you mentioned it earlier, but and I kind of want to go off on this little tangent in a second, but did you talk about the Real Housewives wanting to film at that restaurant as well?
Yeah. So they did request that, but they were declined, so they didn't want the press because it's really not that kind of place. Like they're very like ho hum, just Italian food, like it's off Federal Hill. They got a location in Mass. They got a few locations around. It's not like that. They don't want the drama. They don't want the negative press. Yeah.
They don't want anyone in that building who may or may not have slept with a basketball coach.
Right. Yes. And ruined a team, ruined a program for 3 years.
Yeah.
Well,
It's all a big joke too.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Yeah. And the thing is, and this very popular Instagram page followed me, Real Housewives Chasers or something like that. But they have a huge following. They got like 13,000 followers, and they're only following like not a lot of people, like 850 people. And they reached out to me and were like, do you have any information? And honestly, I mean, the story is as long as I could talk about it for days, but in terms of evidence, obviously, we don't really have a ton. Besides the fact that literally everyone has heard this rumor in Rhode Island, and I also love the fact that she said that she wasn't a reporter on the show, but on her Instagram story, she said that she wasn't a weather lady. So it's like, which is it? You got to pick a lane here. You can't.
Right.
Like, what did you do? You had to have done something.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, well, good thing I wasn't a reporter, so it couldn't have been me. And then someone says,
It made no sense.
yeah.
I think her Instagram bio also says reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. But that was a very funny clip to see. Listen, if they want any, that type of TV doesn't really like go based off evidence. It's more rumors than anything. Mm-hmm. So if Bravo wants to, hit us up, have a little sit down Zoom call, we'll fill you in on the whole saga. Because that type of TV, you don't really need concrete evidence. It's more so just what can we make good TV out of?
Yeah. The Bravo people, if they were to hit us up, I would just have them talk to Tommy Gafano, and after about 3 hours of listening to him talk about it, they would hire him. They would bring him on and be like, "This guy's just go. Like, we got to get this guy on board."
They'd throw him in a wig and add him to the cast.
Dude, no, 100%. Or just follow around just as him. And honestly, if Bravo talked to Tommy Gafano, they would steal my idea of making a documentary that just follows him around as like a day in the life of him as a PC fan, and just like, just like on Twitter, and then like just hanging out, and then going to the game and like whatnot. He's just a very, very entertaining figure. So, nonetheless, moving on. Avid, who else do you think you like on that list? I mean, you got a whole long spreadsheet there. So give us some more names that you might like from the portal.
Let's see. I mean, Bo Bowen, we're out on, right? Probably not going to happen from what I'm hearing. Donnie Freeman's interesting because he was recruited by Alabama, right? So while Hodgson was there.
Yeah.
16 points a game.
Yeah, he's interesting for sure. Was at Syracuse, so maybe we could mog them a little bit more.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Speaking of Syracuse, how about that game at TD Garden that's on the docket for next season?
So excited. Never
Whoa.
been in my life.
Yeah. And also, if you look at our numbers, like demographic wise, we have a ton of Boston listeners. So that could be something fun to do in Boston,
Yeah, for sure. I think I told you guys I got like 4 DMs being like, "Oh, you got to tell Mike to get the Section 10 guys there at the Garden for that game."
Yeah.
I'm like, "We'll try, man. I'll put the good word in."
I know we want to do another Section 10 night at a PC game next year. I know we're going to effort that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll
that's going to happen.
Get some people down to TD Garden. We're going to have to go somewhere before. I want to do JJ Foley's before, but it's a little bit of a pain in the ass getting to the TD Garden from there, but we'll figure it out.
It is, but the one good thing is a lot of our fans do live in Southeast, so kind of like
That's
almost like an on the way type thing. But probably would be better to go somewhere around the Garden, But yeah, we'll see, man. We got a lot of time to figure that out. Syracuse, I mean, it's gonna be fun because there's a little bad blood, like out of nowhere with Syracuse. Like we got a little AC rival,
My question regarding the whole JJ Foley's situation, because I get it's a little further away from the Garden and whatnot. There's 2 JJ Foleys. Are they under the same ownership?
Yeah,
I think so.
And is one closer to the Garden than the other?
The one that we go to is the South End one. The other one is closer because that one's near Downtown Crossing. So that's a little bit. You're still not right there, but it is closer. That's why I think like a Greatest Bar or a Harp, or I think there's a Tits over there, or West End Johnny's.
Yeah. No, I agree. All those places would be more feasible. But I think maybe JJ Foley's should get involved. Maybe after. I think after might be a good spot for that.
After would be a play.
Yeah, because a lot of people got to go back to Southie anyway. No one lives like in the North End like that would go to the PC game, or downtown, might live north of Boston, but whatever, who
Right.
cares? So,
Right.
or,
Yeah, the
or
fellas are
he-
gonna have to get a couple air mattresses over here at my crib.
You were about to drop the address, weren't
I
you?
was gonna grab the. I was gonna say the whole fucking address.
that's another stim. A vocal stim. I drove my girlfriend home where she's from, and past Quincy, and I always just say the Q.
It's the Q. It's the Q, baby.
You're in the queue.
It's growing on me.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Best
I like
steak
it.
tips you'll ever have. Coops.
Just don't ask Avid to get them.
No. No, definitely not.
Unless you like, vegetables instead of the full meal you ordered.
Yeah, unless you like celery and forks and knives, then he's not your guy.
We gotta do another show soon in the queue. I gotta make up for that
Yeah.
for sure.
We got to document the whole delivery.
Yeah, we should, honestly.
I'll wear like meta glasses this time or something.
That'd
Yeah,
be
no,
awesome.
Live.
We'll just bring in a camera crew and then be super obnoxious about it and pray that there's a very attractive girl working there, and we'll embarrass you like with the cameras, and then see you just sweat, and then we'll watch you just fumble the pickup once again, just kind of almost like a reenactment.
Yeah, dude, that'd be great, man.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you.
That's why you're here.
What a
Content.
guy. What a guy.
Avid's fulfilling his Frank the Tank prophecy.
Come on.
I think it's fucking hilarious how Avid's online persona has gone from the nub guy to the celery guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a celery guy.
Shout out Frank the Tank, though. He did give us a follow on Twitter. Love Frank. Love the content.
Mhm.
As a sports fan who has known to have a few meltdowns every now and then, definitely love Frank's content and very relatable. Not as much as what Frank does, but I don't know if the Red Sox the Red Sox are playing okay now, but if they have another season like this, if they have a season like the first 7 games, then I will be Frank the Tank.
I'll be in trouble if they have a season that.
Mike
I
might be
can
my
see
job. Yeah.
We were basically all Frank the Tank watching the Friars this season.
Oh man, I know. That's why it was like we had such a bad PC season, and then like the way that the Red Sox started off, I'm like, can I catch a fucking break for a second, please? Like,
Mhm.
Jesus. I mean, Pats were in the Super Bowl, but I mean,
Yeah, but you just, that's just your fan rooting. You don't have any.
I got so much riding on PC and the Red Sox. It's not even funny.
I know. It's you don't realize like how stressful it is until like your whole thing that you've built is reliant on the team's success. Like if the team sucks, no one wants to hear like us. Like there might be some guys that
Which is true, Leb, and this has crossed my mind, but I do think like PC and Divine Providence fans and Section 10 fans, there's loyal followings where even if the season goes to shit, they still want to be a part of it and they want to be in the community, and everyone's kind of just, supporting each other through a shitty season, which I also think, I mean, that doesn't help with growth, but as far as like, the community aspect of it and loyalty, I think that's a real thing with both of those communities.
No, you're right.
Listen, we're gonna have a good season now. We got the base built. It's all the PC BC sickos,
Right.
and then we're gonna have a good year. And boom, it's gonna be part of my take. Section 10, Divine Providence, Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
probably in that order.
Yeah. That's
This time next year.
Yeah. I like that.
So
Yeah.
just get us a second weekend.
Yeah.
As long as we can afford to keep Avid, man. I mean, this guy,
That's the big one.
If he keeps getting scoops.
yeah, scoops, edits. I mean, what's that movie quote? What was one? Is a Vince Vaughn movie? I think it might be Wedding Crashers. Is it someone's going to pay for the lap dance for the big guy? That's how I feel.
Oh yeah. That's him.
I don't think there's ever been a more like accurate quote.
Hey, I'll tell you, this Byrd edition is the biggest story in college basketball right now.
It is. This is the biggest get of the portal, right? I mean, well, Estrella,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like, I don't know. But also, like, new coach.
Right.
Like, that's
what a way for him to come out and just be like, put his nuts on the table and be like, I've arrived. Hello.
What's the meme of the old dude, the old like high school teacher walking into the classroom? He's like, hello. Hello.
yeah. Different outfit, same outfit. Every
That's
day.
going to be Hodgson landing nukes in the portal.
That's Rich Hill showing up for the Red Sox rotation every 2 years. Oh. I hate Rich Hill, by the way. But yeah, I mean, we were when Hodgson tweeted the shark gif, the Jaws gif, right? A lot of people were like, "Oh, well, it might just be about Wes Enos." You know, actually, I even said that in my group chat. But Crispy, our weatherman, shout out Crispy, he had a deep intuition. He said, "You know, I think this is something bigger," and I mean, sure enough, it was. So shout out to the weatherman. You know, that's what he does. It's just about intuition. I mean, weather kind of goes hand in hand. So he said, no, you know, I think this is something bigger. And it was. And I'm glad it was because Enos, you know, obviously, like, I'd be excited about Enos. I think he's a great player. Nothing against him. It's just kind of like it'd been written in the stars that we were getting, you know. So
going back to the Miles Byrd conversation, we did get a voice memo, a little call in from just a Twitter DM. Wanted to give his thoughts on the Miles Byrd edition. Is Kyle from the Aztec Breakdown podcast. So San Diego State basketball fan wanted to give his thoughts, and pretty exciting hearing it from the horse's mouth.
What's up, guys? I'm Kyle. I host the Aztec Breakdown podcast, here to give you an Aztec fan perspective on Miles Byrd and where we're at today. First off, the dude is everything you want in a player that plays for your team. We all have players that you know you hate when they're not on your team, and you love when they're on your team. Miles Byrd is definitely one of those players. He is a guy who will die on the court. And is fiercely loyal and will stand up for his guys at every given moment. On the defensive side of the ball, he's coming off of one of the 2 or 3 best individual defensive seasons in the history of Aztec basketball, a program that is built on the defensive side of the ball and has had greats like Kawhi Leonard, Nathan Mensah, and recently Lamont Butler were just amazing defenders. But this past season was truly something special. He operates on defense in a off-ball capacity, so he's not necessarily going to stop your primary scorer from scoring. He can do that very well, very above average, but he's best in getting in the passing lanes, creating steals in transition, stripping bigs under the hoop, and blocking shots at the hoop. He is a off-ball A1 defender, and really, defense is not what prevented him from going to the NBA last year. He went into the NBA draft process and last season, where we saw as Aztec fans an improved three-point jump shot, which is really what he had to work on. But he had various injuries this year, and the three-point shooting wasn't there. On an offensive side, you're really looking at somebody who's best as a second or third option as opposed to the option number 1, which very frequently he had to do at SDSU, which impacted his numbers in my opinion. And really just if you put him off the ball, catch and shoot threes, that's where he's best, or somebody who's playing with a pass-first, creative point guard who can set screens, get to the basket, finish at the rim. You guys are going to love him. Aztec Nation really loves Miles. Like I said, he will die on the court for your program, and I'm sure he's going to give Providence everything he has in his 1 year there.
Wow.
Yeah, so high praise. High praise.
What was his name?
I believe that was Kyle from the Aztec Breakdown podcast. So shout out to him for just reaching out, wanting to give his thoughts, and
Outstanding.
definitely promising. And like I said, it's high praise. I mean, I would like. Am I gonna go and just like go to a Missouri podcast and be like, "Hey, want to give my thoughts on Jameer Jones?" Or like,
Good, great point. Like they must have loved this guy if he was like, I gotta tell these people how great this fucking kid is.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. I mean, great microphone, by the way. He spoke very well. I'm sure they have an awesome podcast. So shout out to Kyle out in San Diego. That was great. And it's great to learn about what kind of player he is, because you see the numbers, but it's like none of us have ever, have any of you guys watched a full game he played? Like, I know I haven't. So I don't know who, he actually is. And that kind of gives you a better perspective of what we can expect from him.
I watched them play in the first 4. That was last year, I want to say. They played in the first 4. I do remember watching him play. I don't really have any like notes about it. Like I don't remember like what I saw. I couldn't really say that. But I think they lost in the first 4 to a big school. I can't remember. It was someone. But nonetheless, Kyle, awesome job. Great breakdown. Kyle the Aztec fan. Just an awesome job. So
that was cool. Thank you.
That's the biggest indicator, right? Seeing how a fan base reacts to when a guy leaves, and if it's like, wow, like you're gonna love this guy, he's awesome, or if it's like, well, whatever. I mean, that's kind of a good indicator, right? I think we all know, like Jason Edwards with Vanderbilt fans last year. I don't think they give a fuck, Whatever. I mean, I thought Jason Edwards, was what he was, but I didn't hate him, but he just was what he was. This kid, on the other hand, I mean, you got just Aztec fans coming out of the woodwork saying how you're going to love him and how great he is. So that's a good sign for sure.
I did think it was interesting how he said he's more of an off-ball defender as compared to someone who could guard your best scorer. I figured if he was a defender, you have someone in that's averaging 20 a game, you just put him on him and you hope he shuts him down.
Yeah.
He still said he's above average and everything, but I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was interesting as well. It seems like he's like a havoc defender, like creates chaos, on the defensive end. So
the bringer of chaos. More so just like tightening up passing lanes. If you see Miles Byrd on the guy you want to look to pass to, like you're probably going to think twice. But yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome that, these San Diego State fans are basically saying, hey man, like wish you nothing but the best. And I forget if it was Mike or Leb that said it, but it says a lot watching a fan base's reaction when a player leaves. So very exciting. Very excited for the 1 year Miles is going to be a Friar, but now we just got to wait to see how the rest of the roster shakes out.
Also, apologies about my phone going off twice. Horrible, very unprofessional. I got a new laptop, so the phone is connected, so the ringer is going off on the laptop. I got to shut that off. So hand up, bad guy.
If it makes you feel any better, I only heard it once.
Okay.
I've also never been a like hook the iMessage up to the laptop type of guy.
Me either. It just did it automatically. I just got this. I was laptopless for a bit, so we can thank Steve Peralt, who I think the last 3 shows we did, I went and drove to his house and he let me borrow his laptop for the 2 hours that we did the show, and I went and brought it back to him. So that's Stevie P for you.
Yeah, massive shout out to Steve for keeping the lights on here in Providence.
Shout out Steve. I got to meet him last week.
Oh my God, Avid came to support.
That's right.
He surprised me, bro. He came to the live show at Game On. I didn't know you were coming, bro.
Yeah, it was kind of just like me and my boy were like he came home for Easter. Like he goes away for school, so he came home. We were like, fuck it, let's go up. We both listened to the pod, so we were like, yeah, fuck it, we'll go up.
Where'd you guys park? Did you take the T in?
No, we just parked in some fuck ass garage, dude. It was crazy, bro. Like it was like every car was blocked in. Then you had to go like get this guy to like move like 10 cars. It was like, dude, what the fuck is this? We usually park at the Target.
It's
Um,
65 bones to park in that lot.
Yeah, I know. If 4 of us go though, like it's
Yeah, no,
fine.
it's not bad. Yeah, if you got a full car, it's
Um,
fine.
We usually park in the Target, but we
Okay.
park. It was closed, so we had to park like next to it.
Got it.
I
Yeah.
will never be parking there again.
Okay. Well, I
I'm
really appreciated you coming, and I went down and
Yeah, of
gave
course.
Avid a
Yeah.
hug, brought him a couple of blue moons, a
Yeah,
couple
sure.
ice cold ones.
Hey, we
Wow.
take care of you. We take care of you. You know,
Mike introduced me to one of his friends, big time from Mike.
what's that?
Yep. He met
Well
one of
said.
his, he met one of his idols.
Yep.
We won't say who, but he was thrilled about it.
Avid was probably super excited.
Yeah.
I'm a big take the train in guy. I hate going to Boston, driving into Boston, parking. For me, I know I'm not sure if any of you guys will agree on this, but taking the train in is part of the experience. It's part of the day
Sure.
for me.
Sure.
I'm a big, all right, we're hopping on the train. In an hour, we'll be there. Like, I don't know.
Where do you grab it from? Do you grab it at like Quincy Adams, or you taking the commuter in?
So I used to go up to Braintree a lot, but I've been taking the Amtrak the last like year or two, just from Providence.
And then, so what do
Yeah. No.
So what do you take it into North Station or South Station or
South Station.
okay. Yeah, there you go. You can hop on the green line, get to Fenway pretty easily. Here's the thing. I don't for a day game opening day, I 100% think train would be the best option. I just don't like running on a train schedule. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy and sometimes I like to frolic. And you can't really frolic when you got to be on the train schedule. Sometimes maybe, hey, I want to pop in tomorrow. I'm having a good time. Nope, got to catch a train. Not me.
Right. Well, that's the issue with the night game. You could get away with it during the day games.
That's what I'm saying. Day games, it's fine, especially weekday day games. Whatever, because like you're probably not going to go out and get caught. Like,
right.
No. But night games, like you can't do that. I just can't.
No, you're right. And if the game goes into extras, it's a good game. You have to leave. Like it's a mess. Yeah.
No, can't do it. Can't do it. But I mean, the train is obviously easier. The best lot to park in is across the street from the Target. There's a school. It's like a school. It's $40, never more. But you can't get it during the day because school is in session. So it's only for night games and weekend games. So just parking that it's like a little school, $40, spell like a straight line, and then they got a little opening with a basketball court in the back there. Best place to park.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then also one of the hospitals down the street's a little bit of a walk. I think it's like $15 is pretty solid too. But it's kind of a hike. So, but
that's a long walk. But 15 you can't beat. You can always park in the Prudential. That's a hike as well. But
yeah, that's a play. It's a play.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what else we got? I feel like I'm Mike. I don't know. Do you have to go, or are you good? Or
I'm enjoying my time with the Fells right now. I haven't seen the boys in a minute.
Okay, so we're good. We got some
Letting it rip.
time here.
We got home opener, November 2nd against Maine.
Yeah, I saw that. Is Cooper Flagg's brother Ace Flag still playing for Maine?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's in the portal or not though.
Where's he gonna go?
Duke.
Here?
He sucks. You can go to CPO.
I saw him play for Montverde when they played at the Springfield, the Hall of Fame showcase they have every year.
Mm-hmm.
I went to cover Cooper Flagg, but he just happened to be on the team. And there was another kid who was unbelievable. He played at Georgia, Asa Newell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still there? Is he in the NBA already?
He went to NC State. Didn't we get cucked? Didn't we get cucked for him?
He's on the Hawks. He's on the Hawks.
Wow, he's already in the NBA. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a big time player for them. He's like in their rotation. Like he's been good.
Dude, that Montverde team was fucked. They wiped everybody off. The Hall of Fame showcase, they wiped everybody off the floor. It wasn't, and Cooper Flagg was like, whoa. and he's just crushing it for Dallas too. He's a fucking ball player.
Yeah, I think that Montverde team, who they had Liam McNeely.
Yeah, they have McNeely.
I think Derek Queen, who's with the Pelicans now.
Whew,
Like that team was ridiculous.
nasty. That's a cool venue. Have you guys been there? Springfield College.
Yeah, I had a tournament there.
It's
last-
cool. I like they got the weird ceiling thing going on there. That's a cool little venue to catch that specific showcase. They do it every year. You'll see the best players in the country. They all come to Springfield, Mass. It's crazy.
Yeah, my buddy Joe Pancala went to Springfield, and so he worked that event like every year, and I think he still goes back every now and then. And he'll just tell me stories like, yeah, dude, like I was bullshitting with like, I don't know, LaMelo Ball, just like random like just guys like that. I'm like, what? So it's cool to get some stories. I've never been up there though.
Yeah, you would like it. If you're a hoops fan, you would like it.
I don't know, man. I'm not a big hoops guy.
Yeah, you don't really seem like it.
Mac's a UConn fan now.
Oh, right. No. We are not deflecting right now.
No, you are. Mac was at this packed UConn bar for the Final Four game, and you know damn well. I mean, he had his jacket on. He had a PC shirt. He sent us the picture, like, oh, you know, Friars till I die. But you know this guy when they got like during the game, especially he was trying to like Mac on a girl. You know, he was like, oh, dude, if we can get a fucking bro, if we can get a stop here, bro, if we can get a stop here, like. Just one stop, bro. Just one stop. Let's go, Danny. One stop. Dude, Braylon.
Max got his arms out wide playing defense.
Yeah.
I'm slapping the floor in the middle of the brewery.
Yeah.
Braylon, get a hand up. You know that's what he was doing, dude. 100%.
Why, bro? Why were you seeking that out, bro?
Time out. 30-second timeout. I need a 30-second timeout. First of all, there's water all over my floor right now. I just spit out a fuck ton, like genuinely like a good amount of water. Everything's soaked. Second of all, Mike, what was your question?
You're talking about when he went to go support the Huskies?
I did not go to support the Huskies. I was in full-on Friars gear in enemy territory watching some hoops.
Harris is cooking. Give him the ball. You know that, dude, like.
That's outstanding.
Guys, I was in enemy territory. What do you want me to say? I was repping the set in enemy territory. I got called a loser about 15 times. And I was like, no, you know what? Fuck you. Friars till I die.
It. What did you have on? The hat? PC hat?
I bought a new shirt. The shirt I bought from the bookstore after the press conference.
Oh, that was a good one you bought. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like the vintage tee type of vibe. I think that's my vibe this summer.
Yeah, everybody came out with
vintage
drip.
tee.
Yeah.
What's that?
Everybody came out with drip. I got this from the school store after the press conference.
Hell yeah.
I think, Leb, you got that?
I got this, John, right here. A little windbreaky piece.
Hey, little windbreaker type shit.
Little April
type.
At Fenway, maybe, you know? While Mac was yelling fucking about Brad Underwood 30-0 run at TD Garden. No, but I mean, listen, it looked like a good crowd, though.
I feel like if I agree with you and say it was a good crowd, the allegations are going to get deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
This guy was
no dog shit crowd. There was like no one there.
Oh, we got an update.
Mac, you said you were wearing a PC shirt?
Yes.
You had the jacket fully zipped.
Yeah, he's covering it. What? He was,
no one even knew.
He was chanting, UConn.
No one could even tell.
Yeah,
the fun glasses are off. We're an hour 14 into the episode. The fun glasses are off.
I was gonna say the same thing. I thought it was a jacket. I didn't see the shirt.
You had the
No,
shirt
it's
on
just a
underneath.
New Balance
He had the
jacket covering the
zipped up,
shirt.
dude. He had the jacket zipped up.
You know,
You talking about repping
fully
the set?
zipped.
I repped the set. I swear to God.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
What we need
I have a
you to
video.
is that kid at Fenway, the Yankee fan kid, who's the biggest loser ever. But that's the energy that we need from you, you know. Except we've accomplished nothing recently, and UConn has won national championship.
We have nothing to say to these fucking people.
Oh, nothing. Oh, completely nothing.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say, having seen it in real time. Unfortunately, I think our fan bases are way more similar than any of us would like to admit on either side.
Yeah, but
Outside, team success removed, the type of people that accompany each fan base are much more similar. Like, if you're not with us, you're against us. Fuck you mentality. Like, they're more similar than I think either fan base would like to admit.
I could see it.
UConn just has a lot more.
That
cash.
being, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Well,
Well,
I also had that thought. Like, if we made it to 3 national championships in 4 years, one, I would be in cardiac arrest at least twice by then.
Yeah,
Two,
I'm dead.
there would be a lot more casual fans. You'd see people coming in that like don't necessarily go to games. It's, I think that's just like a byproduct of success, unfortunately.
Yeah, if we start winning natties, then whoever out there listening wants to be the next host, like, you're in, because I'm gonna die, and you could just fill in.
Yeah,
It's over. I
Yeah.
won't be able to handle it. I had my heart almost came out of my chest in the Sweet 16 game. I almost had to walk out. I was at Dillon's. I almost had to leave. It was insane.
yep.
Can't handle it.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
It is true. I mean, same thing. You lose casual fans when the team isn't good. You know, like I've gotten a few messages from people being like, you know, I'm going to watch the Friars again with the Hodgson, the new coach, but they were like just kind of been out the last couple of years with Kim, you know. But you gain and you lose those people as the team goes, you know, and they're important to the ecosystem. Casuals are a good thing, you know. I mean, we all gotta appreciate the casuals because they
We
bring
need casuals.
absolutely.
I was just gonna say that they bring in money. We got to pay contracts. We got to, yeah. So
Yeah, we can't just have 1,000 guys like in their mom's basement, you know, like as the fan base. Like we need,
Right.
you know, we need the pink hats, right? We need the girls who make it like a social thing, you know, like, you know, we need that. The Lululemon crowd. We need the Lululemon crowd.
yes.
Yeah. Well said.
Well said.
Guys, I do want to give a hand up. Avid obviously called me out right there with the jacket. I repped my set for a good amount of that time that I was there.
Yeah.
But hand up because the jacket was up. Listen, I would have loved to troll. I would have loved to just fucking farm content and just like troll the fuck out of UConn fans on their home turf. But Avid's flipping me off right now.
You're muted.
No, I think you should stay muted.
Dude,
There were bigger fish to fry that night, and I was just there to watch some hoops.
there are never
Okay.
bigger fish to fry. There are never bigger fish to fry. After the game, this guy Mac was like, "Yeah, Luke Murray, dude, you're what a career at UConn, bro. Like, you're gonna kill it."
Good luck at the Heights.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it up in Brighton. Go to Jim's Deli. You'll love it over there.
Exactly, dude. This guy was, dude. Thank you, Luke.
Guys, I'm setting up a
Thank you,
long-term
Luke.
play here. You guys don't understand what I'm doing here. I'm setting up a long-term play to milk content later down the line.
If I think what was happening that night, it's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think I know what was going on that night, and it's totally fine. And
There'll be more content opportunities.
I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
If you
I
don't,
still,
I'll never forgive you. So
all right, we're gonna cut that part out.
What did he say?
I
Nothing.
couldn't hear him.
Nothing. But yeah, there'll be more opportunities to farm content and fuck with UConn fans. Just I pick my spots.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I'm afraid we're never gonna beat the UConn fan allegations. I was at lunch today, and a girl I went to high school with, she was telling me like how her daughter like plays in basketball now, like she's just like she did, like whatever. And she was like, yeah, I wish I could, play whatever. I was like, yeah, well, you should play with my girlfriend Megan. Like Megan used to play basketball, whatever. And Megan starts telling me about how she used to wear the UConn women's shoes that she would get from her cousin that played on UConn women's, and like the ones the team wore. And I'm like, dude, like if anyone finds out about this, like I'm dead. Like you can't. You gotta keep it down. Like Max working on a UConn girlfriend. My fucking girlfriend had a cousin that played for UConn women's. Like it's not good for the brand.
Yeah, well said.
Me and Leb, our backs are getting tired right now. Got the city on our backs representing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, Leb or
someone's
Avid?
got to do it.
Yeah, Avid,
you and Leb or you and Avid?
Yeah, me and Avid. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, Leb's not fucking weaseling his way out of this one.
Right. It's me and Avid.
No, yeah. We always get the UConn fan allegations. I think Mac is just kind of putting it over the top now.
Yeah.
Fuck did I do?
There's a lot of UConn Red Sox fans too that
Yeah.
are in the Section 10 verse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which is tough, but
there is.
what are you
There
gonna do?
definitely is.
What are you gonna do?
Hey, they're New England fans. I mean, a UConn and Yankee fan is just like the biggest, like, gross.
Oh, God.
Such a
Brutal.
Actually,
But also,
one of my buddies that was there rooting for UConn. He's from Plainville, I believe. You want to know his favorite sports teams? He's from Connecticut, so he's a UConn fan. So he's also a Yankees fan. However, he's also a Lakers and Cowboys fan. So, like, genuinely, one of my best friends, but genuinely picked the worst combination ever possible, imaginable, ever.
That is bad.
Yeah.
what was the
People around
combo?
here?
UConn, Yankees, Cowboys, Lakers.
That's just embarrassing.
Yeah. Like, literally just like the worst human imaginable.
Nah, he's the worst.
Thank you.
It's the kid I think I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the worst. Known bad guy.
Yeah, very bad guy. I surround myself with bad people. That's
All
like
right.
a Tim Robinson. That's like a Tim Robinson skit, no?
I would say
We want bad people in real life.
I haven't seen all as many Tim Robinsons as I should have. Like a lot of people are big,
Ooh.
Big Tim Robinson's guy. I mean, I'm not, I don't know. I thought he was funny for
He's
a little.
hilarious, man.
I thought he was funny for a little bit. And
You either like him or you don't. There's no in between with Tim Robinson. It's
if that
you either like that humor or not.
I don't know what to tell you, bud.
I do.
I don't
like
know what
it.
any of this shit is, and I'm scared.
Yeah, see, I don't know, man. I think it's just repetitive. That's my issue.
Okay.
Like I think that the overall humor is funny, but I think it's just he's kind of the same thing, like over and over.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a certain style of comedy, and there are for sure skits on there that are not funny, and you're watching it and you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, they for sure strike out with skits, but when they hit, like, they're hitting for extra bases, and it's fucking hilarious.
Speaking of hitting for extra bases, WC 40.
WC fucking 40, man. I'll go to battle with this guy any day.
Hell yeah.
Mike Eamon
It's
to
sticking, too.
Mike
I'll
Eamon.
follow him into battle blindly.
We got, dude.
What were your thoughts?
Sorry.
Go, Leb.
No, I was going to say we got so much motion. I mean, Mike with the WC40, the Red Sox tweeting that out. That's phenomenal.
MLB was tweeting at
MLB.
WC40.
Yeah.
But people were giving him shit because he kind of brought his beef with the Brewers to the table the other night. And I'm like, whatever, dude, you're on my team now. I got your back. Like the guy got hit in freaking 98 times and 6 by the same guy. It's like, yeah, even if that pitch didn't hit him, like you're still throwing up near me. Like he's going to feel some type of way about it. People might disagree with that, but I have Contreras' side there.
I don't
Also,
disagree.
like
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, with the season started, like with the way the season started, you kind of need something to grasp onto, anyways.
Needed it.
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa!
Boy.
Avid just showed a shark gif from Hodge.
Oh my God,
You got to be kidding me.
my phone's not loading.
He did it again, folks.
All right. So wow. Live on the show. We got a shark gif.
Baby shark.
No, I can't. It's going to get stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Oh, Zowie. Let's fucking go.
Evan, hit get us a scoop here.
Yeah, Avid, say, hit up Coach and say, we're recording live right now. What information can you give me? We're recording Divine Providence right now.
I'll toss him a DM.
Oh, good reply, Lev. We're going to need a bigger boat. Outstanding.
Yeah. Dude, I also love that we have now this, like, there's always been a Martha's Vineyard connection with PC fans. PC fans, big Martha's Vineyard guys. And now we got, like, this Jaws connection, Martha's Vineyard, like, Jaws connection. It's just phenomenal. You know, we'll have to do some Jaws Martha's Vineyard content this summer.
I'm going in June. If you want to come the same weekend I'm going.
Yeah, I'd love to. Actually, I'd thoroughly be interested in that.
Just stick Divine Providence stickers all over the island.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna DM Hodgson right now. See.
We're not Divine Friar.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, we got it. We got to make sure he knows. And nothing against Divine Friars. Divine Friars is a very good intellectual man, but we just do very different content. You know, we're cheerleaders, and you know we're fan support. Divine Friars is more of like a critique, you know, specialist, kind of more in-depth analysis. You know, more like smaller strokes with a paintbrush. We're more broader strokes. You know, broader strokes. You know.
See, I would classify myself as smaller strokes.
Yeah. Well, we
Dude,
know that.
They must be in the lab right now, him and his staff.
Oh, you know they've been crunching film.
I mean, they are
calls.
locked in, like Chipotle order this afternoon. Like they're getting Big Tony's pizza tonight. Like they are locked in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right, man. I mean, this is special. Imagine just being in a room with your guys, right? They're all your friends. They've been on your staff for a long time. You got like $13 million to spend on some basketball players, and you're just like, all right, let's just bang it out. I heard that they were in the office on Easter, you know, which somebody said was a refreshing change from the last regime, which I guess
Interesting.
Kim took Sundays off. I guess this is what I've heard.
That's news to me. That's very interesting.
If I had to guess who this is with connecting the dots with everything, I'd have to think that this is Aiden Sherrill.
Yeah,
All right.
I like that. I like that. I'll go. I'll say my official prediction is this is Wes Enos, and I think I think my reasoning is because I think after what came out today with Kansas, I think that might have pushed us to get it done. But I don't know.
You guys both make
Hodgson followed. I don't know. I don't know if he was doing it before. He follows Sherrill on Instagram.
Okay, and Miles Byrd also followed him, right?
Yeah, Byrd follows him. He also follows a couple of the assistants on the staff right now too. But I don't know if he was already doing that or not. But
How much longer did the Byrd news come out after Hodgson did the shark gift tweet?
about
Like-
a day,
Like,
right? It was
like 14 hours, something like 16 hours, maybe.
Okay, because I was gonna say, are we gonna stay on here all night?
Well, if we're counting the Trilly gif,
Oh,
it was probably 3.5 hours apart.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should get a Trilly. We should get a Trilly gift pretty soon.
See, this is what I love about Portal season. We came on expecting to lay down like a clean 60, just fucking quick, hour, maybe less than an hour pod. And here we go. We're down the rabbit holes. We're talking about this. We're talking about that. We get shit live on air. There's so many things moving. Whoever the shark gif is probably going to be committed by the time the episode's out. Like,
Yeah, this is the point in Mac. I know you've never seen The Departed, but Matt Damon walks in the room. He's like, "Call your mother. Tell her you're not going to make it home for supper." That's this right now.
Good.
If you had plans tonight, cancel them.
yeah,
I already did. I did.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, don't be sorry. I didn't have a choice.
We appreciate the dedication.
I appreciate
Were they
you
like-
guys.
Were they like similar plans to my UConn trip?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Is this a previous
No.
new ball?
Sensational.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hate previous. So good shit.
Good shit, right, Maroki?
Yep,
Is that a movie quote? Because I would have.
it is,
zero
Mac.
idea.
It is only one of the
Yeah.
popular movies of all time. Super bad.
Wait, time out. Because I've seen Superbad.
Yeah. This is when they were in home ec class. Jonah Hill, his cooking partner, was this random kid. His name was Maroki, and they made a delicious.
Tiramisu.
Or yeah. Wait, it wasn't. It wasn't Jonah Hill. It was Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Who-
Michael
who
Cera
was
and Maroki, and
Maroki.
it was Jonah Hill and the
The redhead. What's
redhead.
her name?
Bates. No,
No, she's very popular. Wasn't she
Yeah.
Notebook?
no,
Right?
no. The Notebook girl was
Oh no, he's a Wedding Crashers girl. Yeah. Oh my God, we're gonna say her name, and I'm gonna be like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, there.
Sorry.
Oh wait, I got her right here. Hold on. Emma Stone.
Oh. The greatest line from that movie is "You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours."
Yeah. Well, the
Funny
funny
thing
thing.
Funny thing about my back. All right, I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but content idea here. Whenever we inevitably get a guest on the show this summer, I'm gonna have them every single guest. I'm gonna have them recommend a movie to me, and I'm gonna come back the next episode with my findings because I've literally never seen a single movie in my life apparently. So I think that's what we're gonna do. That's gonna be a constant question for any guests.
I watch so many movies, man. I just watch movies. That's what I do. I watch them. You line them up, I'll watch it. That's just and then in the movies, like sometimes you go down the line and they like kind of like make sense. There's like a connection. Like I'll watch a movie and then there'll be a connection to the previous movie, whether it's an actor, whether it's a location. Like the other day I watched The Social Network, and then a day later I was like, you know what? I kind of want to now watch a Boston movie, so I watched Good Will Hunting, right? Then I watched Air because of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, which I don't know if you've seen Air, but that's a good one.
Great movie. A lot of dialogue, but a very good movie.
Yes. And yeah, then now I got like 50 minutes through it, but now like I'm on like a bit, I don't know how to phrase it. movies about building like a company, you know. And I was
Mm.
watching Blackberry with Glenn Howerton. Awesome,
Oh,
phenomenal,
wow.
absolutely, dude, absolutely hilarious. It's a great movie. It's phenomenal. I'm like 50 or so minutes in. Drama,
Okay.
it's great, love it. Glenn Howerton is
Okay. I need a good flick.
We need you know what I need? I need a commitment. I need another commitment. Do we think it's going to be similar to today, where it's just like announced tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, probably. I bet you he just got the verbal from whoever this kid is, and they're going to be writing up paperwork tonight, get it to him tomorrow, sign it, boom, announce it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we get a little truly gift pretty soon. Maybe it's Sherelle, maybe it's Enos, maybe it's someone else.
Maybe it's a little Mo Diabate.
Aye.
Oh, also before we hop off, I do want to say one thing. I think if there's any transfer that we're rumored on about, coming from Alabama or South Florida, be optimistic, because Hodgson wouldn't take a guy from South Florida without trusting that he can play up in the Big East. And he also, I'm sure he has conversations with the Alabama coaching staff, obviously guys he used to work with. We're not in on Taylor Bull-Bowen anymore. The coaching staff is not high on Taylor Bull-Bowen. He did a one-year trial at Alabama, didn't pan out. He's in the portal now. If there's a guy from Alabama, so Aiden Sherelle, Mo Diabate, there's a guy from USF, CJ Brown, Gavin Hightower, Wes Enos. If we're rumored to these guys, be optimistic, because there's a reason that has been seen firsthand, not just film or numbers or whatever. There's reason to be optimistic about those guys because they have the kind of seal of approval from one of these schools.
Well
That's
said.
all I wanted to say.
Well said.
Well said. All right. You guys got anything else before we head out here?
DivineProvPod.com. We have not one but two shirts on there, powered by the good folks at Sully's. We have the Hodgson era shirt, and we have the Divine Providence logo shirt. Hodgson shirt is white, the Divine Providence shirt is black. Take your pick. Support the podcast.
Definitely.
We love Friartown. We love the community, and looking forward to another season, another off season of great basketball content.
Help us pay Avid.
Yes. Well said. Go Friars. Let's get another big get. And hey, go Sox too. Let's keep it rolling.
Let's keep it rolling. Go Friars, go Sox.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. Go Friars.
Well
Yes.
said.